Hello, everyone. I am going to share my perspective on what is Keshe plasma science and technology. What Moraine Keshe shared is no different than what other people did. The list is countless people like Osho, Sadhguru, Christ, Buddha. They all share the same thing, but at different angle, different perspective. The Asanyana share a lot of things more detail. What Mr. Keshe shared is what I call a step down. Step down means, yes, it's going to be vague. It's not going to be very detailed, because if it provides too many details, it will be overload for a lot of people. So a step down is explain it in layman terms, I would put it. But for a lot of people, it might not sound like layman. It sounds a lot of complicated because they never know the existence of energy or the soul. So it sounds a little bit complicated for them, but that is just a step down of more technical information that you can learn from other people. People like Sadhguru will explain it much easier, different terms. But with Moraine Keshe, he used science to some degree to explain the structure and the creation of the universe. For me, Keshe plasma science and technology is a tool to help us understand who we are and the nature of our existence. And that was the main reason why when I was asked, why did I join Keshe Foundation? That's because I was looking for the nature of my existence. At that time, I found Moraine Keshe and Sadhguru at the same time. Both taught the same thing, but at a different angle. Sadhguru showed people how to look life at a different perspective. Moraine Keshe showed people the origin of creation through the use of advanced technology, to see how the universe works by using energy, using magnetic gravitational fields, how everything interact at the physical level. So for me, it makes sense. For when he basically with advanced technology show people at a deeper level, beyond the molecular level, beyond the atom, what's create those atoms, and it's helped to explain people the origin of what you can say source or God, whatever name people want to call it, how things come into creation. When we understand things come into creation, we know the relationship, that connectedness of everything, how things are one. One doesn't mean we're the same. One is just different. I mean, oneness is, for me, is the composite of different individuations, different facets or different aspects of a God source or the creator. So the creator is a composite of different things, different aspects. And with that introduction into, I think I would say Keshe plasma science and technology is an introduction to spirituality for those that are new to the field, or those that are just waking up, and those that want to be more what I call scientific. Because a lot of things, especially in the spiritual community, where you have to experience things and know things on your own. Just like when you walk outside, you see the trees are green, the sky is blue, but you try to explain that to a guy that's blind, you can use all the scientific jargon you want to explain it, but it would be meaningless for him unless he's able to open his eyes and see it for himself. And spirituality is that. It is to experiencing from your own perspective on how you sense and you feel, and from your own observation and your own judgment. Someone cannot interpret it for you on what you see and feel, because it's more individualized. That's where language comes into place, to explain what you see and you feel that someone might understand vaguely or have an idea of what you're trying to describe. And overall, gas plasma science technology for me is a tool that helps us understand the relationship of everything in life, how things are created. And with the recent teaching, it showed people where they will be going, the different processes, a different perspective on life and the way we engage. And he often said, what people get out of it depends on the level of understanding. That is correct to some degree, or all degree, or most degree, because everybody has different background and experiences. But if people use that as a tool, and just as a tool, don't look too deeply into it and to be engaged. People are being distracted and being too caught up into GANs technology and doing this and make that, but they have no purpose behind it. Why are we making all those GANs? What they're used for? What is the intention behind it? And people are so caught up within it, getting picnicky, trying to optimize it. It's really, well, if they're at that level, then it's okay, but it gets boring after a while. People need to look beyond it. What is it for? What is that teaching? What is this experience is teaching me to understand the bigger picture of, and what can I use it for to help me to understand more about myself and my relationship to the environment? So people have to look at the bigger picture of what is trying to teach people to achieve a higher level of understanding. And if they're trying to sitting there and argue, well, this is what you call it before, I forgot. This is not GANs, this is science that has been used before, blah, blah, blah. Well, part is true because people using it to distract people to have a bigger understanding. People are purposely being distracted and being redirected and not to focus on the bigger picture of what is that tool help us to understand the bigger picture of things, the bigger picture of in life. How people, for me, is a tool to help me understand about myself and my relationship to the universe and creation in general. So when people are ready to move beyond GANs technology into a higher level understanding of what we can use it for, instead of just making GANs, put in a shelf and just post on Facebook and just brag about how many GANs they made, but they have practically done nothing with it. GANs is a tool. Use it to help you understand more about yourself. Use it to help about your health, environment, life. Use it in life. Not put it on a shelf and just show your collection of how huge it is and what you have made. Instead of what you have made, show me what you have used it for. Either verify it, confirm it, test it, experiment, and share with people your own personal experience with it. Because GANs technology is very subtle. It's not something that, especially zinc and CO2, it's not something that's gonna shock you right out of your food on you when you grab it the first day. It's something that people have to notice over time how they change from emotionally, mentally, and how their life just suddenly alter after, let's say, 6 months to a year, to see how to become more calmer, how they have a different perspective on life, how can they become more detached, and how they step into being that more observer perspective instead of being driven by the emotion and the mental mind. And that is something they have to realize and look back upon. And it's a personal journey of exploration. Again, it's just a tool. And once we begin to engage in it, we eventually shift. It's not sitting there and observing and see how logical it is. It's about getting your neck deep into it, by making it, trying to using it, experimenting with it, that during that process of experimentation, exploration is where we grow and expand. It's not sitting there to analyze or trying to understand it logically, mentally. It's something we have to engage. It's called experiential learning. And when we begin to engage in this advanced technology, to making it, put our heart into it with our intention, the more we put into it, the more we explore, the more we apply, the more we abuse, the more we expand and grow. So either you confirm it or you just step away. What Sadhguru said is, if you have not experienced it, it's not fact, it's just information. And the same thing you can use with Keshe plasma science technology is, it's just information. It's not knowledge and power until you use it in your own personal life. And to confirm or deny it, you have to actually go into it and honestly confirm it, test it, explore, and get your own answer. If we depend on our life and how we do respect on the opinion of others, then what's the point of living? If we're going to live through the opinion and experience of other people instead of actually experiencing it firsthand ourselves. I shared this story before with the people. When there's two guys, this guy, he met this nice, hot young lady. He asked his friend, is this young lady perfect for me? Should I marry her? And his friend said, no, she's just after your money. She's not good enough for you. And I say, okay, thank you. Then 3 months later, that guy received an invitation from his best friend to his wedding with that woman he rejected because of the opinion of someone else. So the moral of the story is, take the opinions of others and their experience as a grain of salt. That's just as a reference. Don't take it as a fact in life. What they may not achieve, you cannot achieve yourself. Life is about experiencing in your own. So even you know how it turned out, but you just have to experience it to know it. Just like somebody shared their journey around the world in 180 days. Yes, that's good to know, but wouldn't you like to experience that yourself? To know, to confirm, it was actually 180 days, what it's like, and instead of taking that personal information as your own journey. The same thing in everything in life. To be a logical person, confirm it yourself, test it yourself before you accept and acknowledge as a fact. The difference between religion and spirituality is that spirituality, or people are knowledge seekers. They're always trying to find the answers to things. They're a process of seeking answer, and always questioning whether what they know to be true or not, constantly questioning themselves and validating those information. Religion is accepting something for a fact that they don't know. That is the difference. Religion is accepting things for facts that you do not know. So instead of being a religious person, try to be a spiritual person, always trying to seek for the truth, always trying to confirm what you don't know, or confirm what you know, or validate what you know, always questioning everything. And that's what Keshe plasma science technology is a tool to help you explore and confirm and to validate things, and not accepting as face value. So again, for me, Keshe plasma science technologies is a tool to help us understand about ourselves and our relationship to the universe. And that's something that we can actually experience hands-on and apply and use and test and verify to help us through our personal growth and development. It is experiential knowing. Experiential knowing. It's not something that's where we can rationalize and try to understand something. So I wish people luck, and with the journey and exploration with this new technology, and have fun exploring and applying in life, whether it is to health, agriculture, energy, whatever aspect. Just get your hands in there and confirm it and explore it and get to know it before you make any judgment. Life is about learning and exploring, and have fun.